Hey Zuber, how are you doing this morning?
I'm doing well, man. Hope all is well with you. Thanks for asking.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. So I heard some promising and fun news for you, but
Yeah.
signing on both of your loans that Convoy was doing tomorrow. Is that correct?
Yes, we're signing tomorrow at 11 a.m. So yeah, these deals are almost done. So I want to thank you and Jonathan and the whole team for making that happen. And yeah, great experience. And we could talk about what they are, what we're doing. Whatever you want.
Yeah, I'd love to dive into that a little bit deeper. And the type of loan that you're doing through us, no shocker, is a DSCR loan, cash out DSCR, which a lot of the ORAC community has also gotten from Convoy. But
Mm-hmm.
was this your first DSCR cash out in the last few years, residential at least, or
Oh yeah. I mean, so I did a few rate and term refis in 21.
okay?
Even on my apartment building. So I have some apartment loans at 399 via a friend of the channel, but those were not cash out. Those were just rate and term, lock up for 30 years. So those are the last refis I've done. I haven't done a cash out refi probably since 2016
Oh wow.
on a couple of units. So quite a while. And the real reason is I've had mortgage companies make all kinds of promises to Olivia and I over the years. And let's just say they didn't perform, right? Because as you saw, without getting into specifics, we own a lot of stuff. It's not traditional stuff. There's a bunch of private money, right? We don't have mortgage statements, for example, which is always a hang up. And, our tax returns are, 2.5 inches thick. So, lots of people try to help us and they sing great songs, but most of them blow up under the weight of, what we've built. And, frankly, Convoy didn't, which was, a pleasant surprise.
No, that's what you just said right there is like the honest reason as to why John and I wanted to start Convoy 5 years ago.
Wow.
Um, it's for that exact reason. So that was really nice to hear. And ultimately, I think in 2021 you probably did some sort of like hybrid conventional portfolio, not a DSCR loan or
Correct. Correct.
okay.
Yes. Yeah,
And I know that
exactly.
was 4 years ago,
Mm-hmm.
5 years ago now too. Jeez.
Time flies. Yeah.
Can you recall what the process was like going through a? I know it's different. It's 2021 and 2026, but maybe some good and
Well,
bad from both.
so a rate and term refi is very different, I think, than a cash out refi for obvious reasons. I think. No, the process back in 2021, the mortgage market was still flying, so it was rather streamlined. But again, all the paperwork, all the assets. Um, it just always takes us time, right? People say, "Oh, we can get this done in 7 days," and it takes 17 days, or we can get this done in 30 days, and it takes 45 days. But I do think the fact that we didn't do a cash out refi, then it was just rate and term. And again, we're talking asset values at that time that were probably 50% LTV. That makes it a heck of a lot easier, right? Because again, you're not going out on the risk curve. But the process was similar to Convoy. I will say that at Convoy, you guys did something really smart. And again, kudos to you and Jonathan for doing this. Is you guys actually started paperwork with two different firms, right, or funds, or whatever you guys call them, because we weren't sure who was going to be able to have an appetite for the complexities that Olivia and I had. So we had to do a little bit more, responding for the first week or so. Right.
Yep.
We need this. We need that. We need this. We need that. And, we expect that. Um, but once that was done for us and it sort of came out in the wash who was going to be able to take our loan, Olivia and I did almost nothing. Right. I
Yeah.
think the only thing we did after that first week is we paid for the appraiser. Right.
Yeah.
We logged in, you sent us a link and we paid for the appraisal. That was the last thing I did. The other thing I thought was really cool is I haven't had an appraisal done on any of my units in probably a decade, at
Wow.
least these ones. And I thought, I pegged the values at 400 and 300, and the triplex came back at 420 and the duplex came back at 300. So I was rather pleased that I know my valuations because again, if you look at our balance sheet, there are some really big numbers on there. So it was nice to be validated that I know my market.
I think that is once again no secret or surprise that you know your market. Um, but I can't recall. You tell me. I would have to ask the processor. Did
Sure.
we pre-screen the appraisers that were going out, or did you give a
I don't
preference?
know.
On who?
No, I didn't give a preference. I didn't think I
Okay.
could. I was
Okay.
sent a link and paid for it. So I
Okay.
don't know. Was not involved in selecting the appraiser. Wasn't worried about it. I thought worst case the triplex would come back at 375 and the duplex at 280. And again, we're talking about a 60% LTV, so it wasn't going to be meaningful to Olivia and I a couple of bucks. But no, I was pleased that I nailed both numbers.
Very true. To touch on that, when we're operating in that DSCR space, we do quote unquote have a much stronger chance of selecting who we want by essentially we work and kind of have our own AMC or your third party appraisal management
Oh,
company.
okay.
Um, where you essentially get resumes for each appraiser, right? You can see where he's done most of his appraisals, where or who he does most of them for. And ultimately we never ever pick somebody that, let's say, lives or mainly does appraisals even 20 miles away, right?
Right.
Because that's just you're asking for it. So I'll
Amen.
I'll maybe comment on that next week if I find that out. But if you don't mind sharing, truthfully, I don't know the exact because once again, I wasn't the one personally holding your hand or Olivia's hand through it. I was kind
It's
of
okay. Ask anything you want.
above. What did you guys finish at? 30-year fix at what?
599.
599.
Cash
And
out
this,
refi 599. So again, the beauty of working with you and Jonathan and the whole Convoy team is you gave us options. So again, we did 60% LTV, which gave us 599. There was a 5-year prepay on it, which again, I don't care. We're going to keep these assets forever. So 5-year prepay was fine with me.
they did a step down, I assume.
Yes, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yeah. And
No points. That should have
no
been
point.
par, right? Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. That was at par, no points. And I
Yeah.
was like, yeah, I don't need to pay points to get rid of it because, these are at 599. I'm not recasting them, in the next decade. No problem. But you guys did reach out to me and say, hey, if you wanted an extra 10%, which would have been $70,000, we could have got it done for like 6 1/8 or 6.18 or something like that.
Yeah.
And, I went to Olivia and go, hey, do you want an extra 70 grand? She's like, no, I think that's enough. So again, you guys did give us that option. And it's always funny to me to see Olivia say no to $70,000, but hey, it happens.
That's growing up.
that's like, yeah, we don't need that, honey. I'm like,
Yeah.
okay.
And then, in terms of what I would say you touched on that I do want to make sure everybody knows that's listening is Convoy isn't just a one trick pony. We don't just have one option. And touching on what you said earlier, it's like we knew. So the 599 that you ended up with, I think was 1/8 of a point worse than the first option we were going with. Right. And I
Right.
think John told you, hey, we'll try for the 5.8, but given your complexity, they may just be complete overkill. And we saw that within a week, like you said.
Yeah,
And
it was a week. It's just
we ain't
drained
doing
them.
it.
Yeah, we're not going down that route. Zuber's going to kill us if we keep asking him questions.
Yeah, that was a text that was exchanged late night me, John, and the processor. So that's very important, and I'm just glad and to a certain degree relieved that we don't have that pressure of closing your loan anymore.
No, yeah, there was no pressure. Well, I guess I get it. There's some pressure. You wanted to perform, right? Some guy that you talk to every week. So I get that. We're family. But no, I was pleasantly surprised. Give the team, an A+. Will, I think his name is.
Yeah, well.
Will was doing a lot of the work. He's a godsend. He's very kind, very thorough. He followed up when we got busy on other stuff. Give him a gold star or, employee of the month or whatever you guys do. Recognize him because again, dealing with a portfolio like us has to be overwhelming. I mean, I can't imagine there's like, I don't know, 5% of your clients are this crazy and complex, maybe less. I don't know. But to be able to get it done that smoothly. And again, we were done with questions like where we had to respond after the first week. And that's not normal. I mean, I always expected another list. Like I'm waiting for the next shoe to drop, and it never came. So kudos to you guys.
No, that's great to hear. But I tell you, if we did go with the first option, there was going to be a
There would have been a lot more shoes.
a lot more shoes. That's what
Well,
made
that's
it so nice.
Yeah. And again, that's why you guys are the pros, right? And you guys were always very clear with me. You're like, hey, we could go with this first option, but it's like it's not going to be worth your time. And I'm like, good, it's not worth my time. We'll take the 599. And yeah, we even had a reappraisal. Like one of the units we had to get painted. And the guys going back out there. Yeah. So reappraisals. So again, one of my units went through, everything was fine. The next one, there was some peeling paint on the back unit. And
was it tenant caused? I thought there
no,
was
it's just I mean,
okay.
I haven't been there in a decade, so I'm sure. Yeah. Blame me. Always blame the owner. Yeah. It just needed a paint job, and it was already on the books to get done when we got through the winter because again, rain and whatnot. But we just had to get it done. It's being done this weekend. It's supposed to be done by the 2nd. So the appraiser will go back, note it, and then we'll fund next week. So yeah, so reappraisals are part of the process. Yeah.
We got it clear to close. You're signing docs prior to the actual appraisal being quote unquote as is instead of subject to painting. But correct. We still made just for that one property the condition, hey, we'll get pictures from the appraiser that it's been painted, then we'll fund.
Yeah, and that's totally okay with us. And again, that just goes to show you how professional you are, right? You had one that was clear to close, and then you worked with the team to get the other one approved so I could sign once as opposed to signing twice. Just anything you could do to make the headache of the consumer, in this case, me, the client, less. You guys bent over backwards. And it is obviously greatly appreciated. Anytime we only got to sign once versus, rejuggling our day to sign a second time is greatly appreciated.
Sweet deal. Love hearing it.
Yeah. And again, I mean, this is a big step for us. We started this, 45 days ago, right around Christmas. And, it's going to be a big step for us, Olivia and I, getting 7 figures of extra capital ready to deploy and what I see coming. So, I did this cash out refi on purpose so that I could take advantage of what's coming. So thank you for the opportunity.
Now, I'm going to ask one parallel kind of question to that. Are you going to buy all cash? Are you going to go high leverage, low leverage with this extra equity that you just pulled out?
So my intention is to write 2 offers on every property I buy. One will be a low price cash offer, and the other one will be a seller financed offer. So my hope is I get even more seller financing. And you saw my balance sheet. I own a lot of seller finance stuff.
Yeah.
And that's just the best stuff. I've overpaid for stuff, but got great rates. That's what I hope happens. So I will write aggressive offers and then write less aggressive seller carry offers. Because again, I would love to see this $1 million add 10 to 20 units, but that would mean it's mainly seller financing. I mean, there's a chance we just buy one 8-unit building and we're done. I don't know.
Yeah.
So we'll see. We'll see what's what. But yeah, I'm getting the capital together early because I've been here before. I don't want to scramble to get capital or I got a deal lined up. I want to have it ready, loaded, and solid.
Sweet. Well, I would love to hear the journey. I'm sure you will be sharing about that. So that'll be exciting to hear.
Absolutely. Well, if somebody wanted to reach out to Convoy and get their own process started to purchase rate and term or cash out like Olivia and I, where do they go?
Go to convoyhomeloans.com. There's going to be a little apply now button on every single page there, and just make sure that you click that you came from one rental at a time community.
Yeah, folks, if you don't click that button, you're just going to end up in a queue, likely be taken care of just fine. But if you want the extra special attention that you need because you are in my community, click that button. This fine gentleman or his partner, Jonathan, they will take care of you. Guys, thank you so much. Take care.
Thank you.